Hi everyone, today we are making some Paximadia, and these are Nistisima. So basically they're a Greek biscuit, a hard biscuit that most people dip in tea, and we make them around Easter time, and they're vegan, so they're dairy free, and yeah, they're quite delicious and really easy to make. So in this bowl here I've got 4 cups of self-raising flour and 1 cup of caster sugar. I'm going to add 1 cup of oil. You can use any oil you like. I've got sunflower oil here, and I'm going to put 1 cup of freshly squeezed orange juice. So you probably need 2 to 3 oranges depending how juicy they are for the orange juice. I'm also going to put some ouzo. So here I've got 1/4 of a cup of ouzo. And half a tablespoon of ground aniseed and half a tablespoon of ground coriander. So I'm going to mix all this using the dough hook here, and then we're going to roll them out into 4 long logs. All right, so let's switch this on. Alright, so as you can see, it comes together after a while and it forms a nice dough like this. So it's a really soft dough. It's a little bit sticky, so I'm going to start to roll it out and see. You don't want to add too much flour, so it's okay if it's a little bit sticky as long as it's not sticking to your bench. If it's too sticky, you can add a bit more flour. Pull it out into here. Let's get rid of this. Okay. Yeah, so it's not sticking to my bench, so even though it's soft, I'm going to leave it as it is. So I'm going to divide it into 4 sections. Okay. All right, before I roll them out, I'm just going to prepare a sesame seed mixture that I'm going to roll them into. All right, so what I've done is I've boiled a cup of sesame seeds in a little pot with some water. So you cover them with water, you add a splash of vinegar, and you boil them just for a few minutes, and then I've strained them here. So they're still quite wet, which means they're going to stick nicely to the dough. But I'm going to spread them onto this tea towel here. So a clean tea towel. Spread your sesame seeds on there. I'll just do half of them for now, and if I need more, I'll do them later. And I'm also going to add some whole aniseed. So just a sprinkle there, mix that in. Gives it a really nice smell and flavour. Okay, now I'm going to roll these out into logs. Okay, that's about right, and I'm going to now roll them in the sesame seed mixture. I'll take off some of the sesame seeds, there's a bit too much there. Put this into the tray. All right, let's do another one. Let in the sesame seeds and onto the tray. Okay. All right, so before they go into the oven, I'm just going to put this over here. We need to score them. So we're going to need a sharp knife, and we're going to score them diagonally like this. And we're going to bake them in the oven at 170 degrees Celsius for about 30 minutes. Then we're going to cut them all the way through and lay them on the side and bake them some more at a low oven temperature until they're nice and crisp all the way through. All right, so I've just taken these out of the oven. They've been in there for 30 minutes, and now we need to cut them all the way through. You need to use a sharp knife. They're really delicate, so just be careful as you're cutting. And we are going to turn them to the side. And we're going to then bake them in the oven at 120 degrees Celsius until they harden. But at the moment they're quite soft in the middle, so we're going to make them. So yeah, we're going to. So these have been baking in the oven at 120 degrees Celsius for about an hour now, and they're ready. So when you press them in the center, they're not springy anymore. So they're nice and crunchy and ready to enjoy with a cup of tea.